Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and we are finally getting to Nekroz. Now, they are not one of my favorite archetypes. I'm not really crazy about them. They just are very situational. People usually like to run them way over 20 cards. I had to fight myself to even run it to 21, and you could still slim down to 20 by getting rid of something like Reinforcements or the Valkyris if you want. Valkyris does come in clutch, but it's not super important. It's just a little bit of survival. Brio is important. Brio, you discard and search a monster. We got the brand new Clausolas, and you discard Clausolas, and you get a spell card. So we can search any one of our spell cards, 2 of him. And then, Trishula, you can discard it, negate an effect that would target. Yeah, that targets a Necro. That's very good. Or it's the best offense you have. When you ritual summon it, you banish a monster on the field, a monster on the graveyard, and a monster in hand. And so the effect will not go off unless your opponent does have a monster in the graveyard, field, and hand. Field could be a spell card as well. And graveyard could be, well, anything, any card. So card, hand, field, or graveyard. And then he's pretty much the only new bit of Necro we got. The other new spell card we got is Preparation of Rites. At a level 7, we do have other than level 7, so it's good to run 3 Brio. And then you get to add a ritual spell from your graveyard to your hand. Very useful for us. So, it's a little complicated. What makes Nekroz complicated is you can't just use a 6 monster to summon a 6 monster like a normal ritual. Everything has to be off kilter unless you're using Strategist. Strategist will count as a full tribute for anything. Other than that, you have to get tricky. So something like Kaleidoscope, you can summon just Brio with the 6, but usually you'll use Kaleidoscope to summon a Brio and a Clausolas with a 9, or even a Trishula and a Clausolas with a 12. So you get the Trishula out with Kaleidoscope, makes Kaleidoscope much more important, and it is the super rare. Still only running 1 because we do recycle it with Preparation of Rites. So bigger Kaleidoscope plays with Trishula is what this little boy brings for us. So still just Manju, Strategist, packed to the brim, guys, packed to the brim. We still have Link, or we now have Link monsters, and I will use some in the replays. It's very useful. Still Master of Rites. Yeah, great new monster. It does a lot for Nekroz. I'm not crazy about Nekroz still. You gotta use your Kaleidoscope. You gotta use all your resources really wise. Make your plays really wise. And yeah, you discard Brio for a monster, discard Clausolas for a spell, fat Nekroz with Trishula, fat Kaleidoscopes, I should say, and everything else is searching. So hope you guys enjoy the replays, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are going second against a Yuya. We're going to catch a rank up. I think this is an easy clap. He's got Raging Pendulum. We got Brio, we got Reinforcements, we got Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is the one you want to see. He's going with Pendulum Call. 2 Brios and a Kaleidoscope, and another search. So really we can do whatever we want. The Kaleidoscopes are super fat now with the new deck. With a level 3 monster to work with, it opens the door to a lot of multi-summons. Now we can bring out Trishula with a Kaleidoscope, which used to be way harder to do if possible at all. Here he's bringing out 3 monsters. Pretty typical Pendulum start. He gets an Odd Eyes. I think he gets a Synchro monster out even. But gets the Abyss Dweller, all that great stuff. Abyss Dweller. Yeah, he's gonna lower this thing's level, hop on out. Go into shooting Rising Dragon out. He has no normal monsters, so he doesn't choose to bring this out and actually do a synchro. So we're gonna dunk on him. We use our Army of the Reinforcement. He's gonna chain his Abyss Dweller, not a big deal whatsoever. Search another Clausolas. Throw away the Brio, there's a Trishula. That means this Kaleidoscope is about to be so fat. Boom, there's the Kaleidoscope. Throw away a level 12 Synchro. That brings out the Trishula and the Clausolas. Now, Clausolas can target something that's from the extra deck, and make it 0 and negate its effect. Now we banished the Riser Dragon, that was in defense. We banished the Zephyros, which is great, and then we get the Time Breaker from his hand. In case you missed that, we also used Clausolas' effect to search another spell card before he scooped. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going second against a Zane. It is Cyber Dragons. I think we hit him with an easy Trishula. It shows you, Trishula is like Chaos Dragon the Pioneer, where you have to chain to its activation. You don't get to see what it targets on the field. So this guy was probably trying to save that overflow for something nice, but he leaves it vulnerable with our Trishula. So here he fills up his field with Cyber Dragons. Not a menacing field of monsters, we just have to worry about the overflow. So we use our Preparation. Clausolas. Brio's gone. That's a Trishula. We got a fat Kaleidoscope already. 9 plus 3 is 12. We have a 12 Synchro monster. That's Clausolas. And then we got Trishula. Trishula banishes the overflow, which causes him to bounce. Great stuff, guys. So like I said, he waited for a long time to decide to chain to the Trishula, but you don't get to see what we target first. The target comes after the chain. So great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Alexis. We're going second. Let's see if she is Rituals. I believe she is, but she's Megalith. So we have a Valkyris, we have Kaleidoscope. That's our big boy. He's starting with Manju of his own. He is Megalith. It's a bunch of rocks. He's even got the portal, so pretty good starting hand for him. He discards, what is this? Bethor? And then he summons Ophiel from the hand, which triggers portal to add the Bethor back. And then Ophiel gives him some sort of search as well. A Hagith. This is another ritual deck I'm not too crazy about, and I usually like ritual decks, but not too crazy about these two. They're a little convoluted for me. So here he brings out the Hagith. That's Emergence, a trap card. Sets it. Here we go, we get a Trishula. We're going to bring out the Manju. We search the Colossus. That means the Kaleidoscope's gonna be fat, guys. We go with the Kaleidoscope. That's gonna be a Trishula and a Clausolas. I say Colossus. Clausolas. Boom. Him and Trishula. You do get the Trishula effect. He's going to summon another monster, but that's not a huge deal. We're going to banish 3 cards. Then we're going to go to Brute Enforcer. We're going to destroy this monster by discarding a spell card. He's going to bring out Meta Fortress to stop our destruction. But he's only 2600, we swing right over him. And our boy does us the trouble of continuing and scoops. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going second versus Joey Wheeler. I think I make a misplay and lose here. I think I swing in the wrong order after a grid or something. He gets us the Summon Skull out or something. But anyway, he's going to start with an incredibly vulnerable field of just a Destroyer. And I'm just going to show off first turn play here. He goes with 100 Dragons, doesn't really do much. Normal summon Manju, search a Brio. So we have virtually every card in our deck here, every monster in our hand. So we search a Clausolas. We go with Mirror. We use Mirror to bring out Trishula. Trishula's going to bounce the monster. It's going to bounce from his hand. And it's going to bounce from his graveyard. Here he does have Grit, and I do make a bit of a misplay, but a lot of the times it's going to be a crippling loss for him. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Joey Wheeler. I'm going first. Looks like more than 30 cards, or nope. 30 cards. I guess it's hard to be more than 30 cards without a skill, obviously. We have a pretty okay hand. We're going to use Manju to search Colossus. Now we're just going to straight up summon it with Strategist. A bit of a waste, but we can just sit our first turn here. and Strategist will give us a search. For Brio, we can use Preparation of Rites to add that spell card back to our hand and search another Brio. There it goes. Pretty good first turn. Because Clausolas also has a really good quick effect, which as long as something special summoned from the extra deck, you get to negate its effect and make it 0 attack. So we boom, 0 attack. He does have a power of the Guardians for it though, so he adds that. Also has a Royland. Doesn't do much with it though. We get another Preparation Rites. Clausolas tries to target him and negate him. He's going to negate Clausolas. He had to do that. Now we're going to use Brio to search another Strategist. We're going to use this to bring out the Brio from the graveyard with the Strategist. Now this Brio can destroy an extra deck monster. We search Trishula. No real means to get out Trishula though, we don't have anything. If this was a Clausolas, we could have searched a different spell. But anyway, Brio's gonna bounce his monster. Oh, we do have a Clausolas, where did that come from? And now we get a Kaleidoscope. We can't Kaleidoscope anything out though. Should have got the Graveyard Banishment. And yeah, other than that, he leaves a vulnerable monster here, I believe, with no back row. So we just slowly finish him off. Still summon nothing. We don't have the proper spell cards. We did get a Valkyris for a bit of protection, but the duel's already over. So it might be that time to really focus on Kaleidoscope, because it's just fatter Kaleidoscope plays you can really make with this lower ritual monster that's actually really worth summoning. So, yeah, I don't know. Nekroz just rubbed me the wrong way, guys. I can never really get into them. So, let me know, you pro Nekro players, how things are really going. I know you guys love more than 20 cards. I just can't bring myself to do much more than 20 with Nekroz with all these different searches. So, yeah, pretty happy with the fat Kaleidoscopes, though. Easier to get Trishula out, bigger Trishula plays. Pretty cool stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you are very experienced Nekro players, and thanks for watching it.